What is going on, guys? Rodney here with Crypto Bros. Happy Sunday morning. A lot on the docket this morning for today's video. The basis and the premise of this entire video is why I'm not necessarily panicking or why I'm not upset that the crypto markets are down. I've kind of been out of the loop. I've had a ton of stuff to do with my regular job, travel, all over the place lately. So I've really spent part of last night, most of this morning, just kind of getting caught up what happened over the last 4 days. I kind of missed Wednesday through Saturday night. But again, the basis of this video is kind of why I'm really not that upset about the current crypto markets. We do have a lot on the docket, though. We're going to go through a couple, pieces of FUD that are helping driving this down. We're going to look at the market cap and kind of some of the current buys. We're going to go through a couple tweets. And then I'm going to announce the winners at the end of the video for these two giveaways. Just really quickly, though, I know sometimes not everyone wants ETH. So if you guys want a PayPal or a payment in fiat, that's totally cool. I will comment on the winners comment that we select in our random drawing here, and I'll comment on there, and then I can send that afterwards after I touch base with you guys. So anyway, let's jump into today's video. First and foremost, obviously the markets are down. There's been a lot of FUD kind of coming out that has kind of been playing into this downturn. I don't know if you guys have seen these South Korean exchange BitThump confirms it has been hacked. Obviously right here they're trying to do what is right on behalf of their users, so they'll reimburse. Also, within the last day or so, we saw 6 crypto exchanges kind of not necessarily like shut down, but they're not allowing any more people to jump into or on these exchanges. You guys can check out these articles. I would just Google it. So this says Japan crypto exchange stop. There's a handful of articles here. Essentially, the basis of these articles say that these exchanges need to make some adjustments before they can start allowing new people to come into the market. On there, so some more bad news in terms of just the market cap in general. We haven't seen 200. We're $239 billion market cap, and if we look at where this is, we haven't seen this type of price point essentially since November 21st, 2017. So almost 8 months ago at this point. So crazy things going on in the market. Obviously, if we just flip at some of these price points, I've seen a lot of people calling the bottom of Bitcoin right around 55. Some even say lower into the high threes into the 4,000 range mark. Whether that happens or not, I'm not overly concerned. I'm just going to kind of be watching here. I bought on this first dip in terms of some NEO. I still have some fiat set aside in case things dip further. I don't mind doing that because one, buying at the very, very bottom is very hard. So you'll see like a lot of the pro guys, and by any means, I'm not like a pro trader, but they kind of cost average their way down as they cost average their way up. And they're far more skilled than I am at that. But if we just look at some of these price points, Bitcoin, essentially $5,900, Ethereum 435. That is insane, honestly. Cardano 12 cents, Stellar 18. Tron essentially 4, IOTA's under $1, NEO under 30, which I seriously love that. Binance Coin has just done a really great job kind of holding its value in this entire ordeal. VeChain $2.29, Omisego under $8, which is also a great buy. At this point there really aren't any bad buys. If you guys actually checked my video out from Wednesday, a couple picks that I had to buy in terms of the end of the month, 6 things that they had going on were all based on the fact that a lot of these guys were either down a tremendous amount, so likely with this pullback they dropped even farther, well over 100% retracement, and then 2, VeChain, Icon, Fusion, and Sonam were all having mainnet launches at there. So are at the end of the month, June 30th, I believe is the date. So we're seeing this massive pullback, which it does suck if you're looking at your actual portfolio. But in terms of being able to get in on some of these positions in comparison to their all-time highs, like these kind of black swan events where it just tanks, really gives a good opportunity to buy in. And I totally get that's hard, and everyone's like, oh, blood in the streets, this, whatever, but this really is the time to buy, guys. And part of the reason that I don't really freak out, and I used to, man, don't get me wrong, there were times when I'd look at this and I'd be super down about all the red, the money that I lost, in my portfolios. Like, this doesn't even rattle my cage even in the slightest anymore. And part of that is just because some of the things that I've learned kind of in my cryptocurrency journey, and the biggest one, and we'll see this across most of the well-known big players in the industry, whether it's other YouTubers, other guys on Twitter, whatever, but their message is all fairly the same. And this is when I kind of started adapting this and learning more and understanding that there are people knocking on the door, and there's just a couple more things, and I'm talking like institutional money knocking on the door, ready to get into blockchain, ready to get into crypto. This is when I was really to kind of take all these negative issues, things, and they don't really just rattle my cage. And I don't care if we see these big drops anymore. One NEO is still worth one NEO, one Bitcoin is still worth one Bitcoin. But you'll see kind of these common trends from some of these bigger players in here. And it says, this is just a tweet from Charles Hoskinson, and it says, what's often missed by the cryptocurrency is going to die broken record media is that after the next wave of regulation, Wall Street is showing up to the party with all their locked up capital, tens of trillions of dollars entering into the space. Eventually, the future is bright, and that is the case. And we've got another one from McAfee. I saw over the weekend or over the week that he was in the hospital. Sounds like a pretty crazy story. I don't want to speculate there, but it says, okay, people, can we please get real? 1 year ago today, Bitcoin was at $2,560. Today it is over 6K. That's a 140% increase. This year-to-year increase has been accelerating significantly. Stop the short-term thinking, get real. So essentially, it's just like, get out of the day today. You don't have to look at the price every single day and kind of decide or panic or freak out of where it's going. The table is set. There are people ready to get into cryptocurrencies, and there is institutional money ready to get into cryptocurrencies. The thing is, I don't even know what this is right here. That is a point that I will refer to in just a minute. But the point here is that people are knocking on the door. There just needs to be a few more pieces in place before some of these larger investment firms, some of these actual corporations, this institutional money can get in. They can't go into these situations in terms of cryptocurrency when there's so much instability here. So a little bit more of this regulation piece that gets in place, a little more of this infrastructure that gets in place. These guys can now start entering into the market, and we're seeing it everywhere. We're seeing crypto hedge funds, we're seeing corporations involved, we're seeing all these people wanting to adopt blockchain. Like literally the writing is on the wall, it's in there for everyone to see, yet everyone always focuses on these actual price points of what it is in the day-to-day, hour-to-hour, and really guys, like I don't care that these prices are so low. I love this. This gives all of us the opportunity to get back into the market instead of buying at the actual top. We've got a long way to go, and in my opinion, we're still in the very infant stage of cryptocurrencies in general. And recently, I've actually just finished The Internet of Money. If you guys haven't, I don't read well, so I listened to this on Audible. I downloaded it. It was like, honestly, I can't even remember. I don't know, maybe $10 or something. Spend some time and go through this because Andreas just paints a beautiful picture of how we kind of see this adoption piece all across history, including like cars, the internet, some of these other new technologies that came in that people crapped on and said would never work, and all these different things. So it really paints just a good picture. And if you're kind of panicking because you feel like you're losing money, and this is just a collection of all his different speeches and talks and stuff, and they put it into a book, and it's really, really good to just kind of paint the picture like this is where we're at in the stage of cryptocurrency and blockchain and how everything is coming along and it's following these same trends, yet adoption is so much faster than it used to be. Everything from like airplanes, telephone lines, all these different things. So it's a really, really good read to kind of just paint a historical picture of where we're at in cryptocurrencies and why this is like the next wave, the next internet ordeal here. So really good book. Highly recommend watching it. I drank this coffee this morning and I am like super jittery. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, so yeah, guys. So no, I'm not panicking. No, the price points do not bother me. I don't care, man. This has given us such a good opportunity. And if you just kind of think back a little bit, and then I'll wrap this up with the winners here for our giveaway. But we just think back again to even December, early January parts when we're like, man, like if it dropped back down to this price, I would totally buy. Like that's where we're at now. Like here is our opportunity. And could it go a little bit? Could it go a little bit deeper? Sure. People are projecting different bottoms all over the place. So if people can get in now, it's really hard to buy from a psychological standpoint as you're watching your your portfolio tank, but in time, guys, like this becomes easier. I think these are good cycles to go through, so you can just become a better investor, a stronger holder, all these different things. So anyway, what we will do here is just kind of select our winners. I'll be in touch with you guys on here. This first video is this is the block click one. So we will pick our winner here. Let's see who we got. I'm super excited to give away 50 bucks because right now would be no different than buying the dip. Who do we have here? USA1. Excellent project. Looks great. Or looks potentially great project. So anyway, awesome. I will be in touch with you. And then our other one, and I believe this is our token play or our play up ICO play chip. So we'll check this one out here. We'll get our winner. I was going to do 2 separate videos, but I'm running behind because of Saturday, so we're doing this. And we have another one, high potential here. I will be in touch with all of you guys. Again, if you want fiat, you can totally get that. If not, I will be sure to send you your $50 in Ethereum. Thank you guys for playing. I will be back again. I think this week I'm going to cover some VeChain, some top penny picks, and I'm going to do some in-depth stuff on waves. So that is what I have going on. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, come over here, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you. We're doing cool stuff all the time. Much love. Appreciate you guys. I will check you later.